Hi everyone! Welcome to Artsonia's After School Art Club. Today, we have a fun art project from Miss Johnson, an art teacher from North Carolina. Hope you enjoy the video and don't forget to have your artwork uploaded to your Artsonia gallery.
Hello, my name is Nicolette Johnson. I'm an art teacher in Wilmington, North Carolina, and today I'll be showing you how to make a lantern that can hold a tea light. To complete this project, you will need canvas or other fabric that won't stick to clay, slip, modeling tool, a needle tool, a rolling pin, 2 firm slabs of clay, and optional is a paper model of the lantern. To complete your lantern, you will need 4 sides, a base for which the candle to rest on, and a lid. I recommend beginning with the sides. You want to cut out at least 2 slabs and roll them to a thickness between 1 and 2 pencils, or 1/4 of an inch and a 1/2 inch. Make sure you flip them occasionally so that they'll roll out evenly. At this point is when having a paper template of the size of your lantern comes in handy. You can use that template to trace out your sides. I can comfortably fit 2 sides on this paper, on this slab of clay. Using the extra clay, I can cut out a lid. I can also cut out the inner bit that will stop it from falling off. You can always cut this piece down further later. Now I'll use this other slab to cut out my other 2 sides and the base for my candle. The base for the candle is often similar to the lower part of the lid. Now I can recycle my scraps and design my sides. If my sides had more moisture, I might want to let them dry out a little bit more before using them. But as these sides are almost leather hard, they should be okay to use. Before I design my sides, I'm actually going to bevel my edges. So instead of making my edges fit together at 90-degree angles, it'll be a stronger fit if I cut them at 45-degree angles. Do this to the sides, but not the top or bottom. So now my sides will fit cleanly and make a nice edge. Now I can figure out how I want my legs to look. If I cut out a rectangle, they would look like these legs. Or I could cut out a circle. The trick to having uniform looking legs is to take that first shape and use it to trace for the others. Now I can design the outside of my lantern. The modeling tool will be good enough for some bits, but a needle tool can be more precise. After you cut your shapes out, you want to gently get the clay out. Now I'll have a place for my light to shine through. And I can also add designs on top of my lantern. I could even add shapes on top. But I have to remember to scratch and slip. I could carve shapes out of the other sides, or I could leave them plain as I've done. Now before I add my sides together, I want to use the base that I'm going to put my candle on. I want to trim it down so that it'll fit comfortably within the edge. This looks like it'll fit, so now I'm going to scratch above where my feet are in a straight line where it will sit. I'll do the same thing to each side and each side of the base. Now that I've scratched all my sides up and my base, I can add slip to both the base and where it will go, and also the two sides of the lantern. If my clay is firm enough, I should be able to stand it up. If it's not firm enough, give it a few minutes to dry. If I felt like I needed reinforcement between my walls, what I could do is take fresh clay, create a coil, put it in between the seam, and blend it. If your edges are slightly open like this, just apply gentle pressure with your fingers to blend them together. Now for the lid, I want to make sure it still fits, and it looks like I should roll mine out a little bit. Now I want to take this shape and cut it to the same size as this inner bit, maybe a little shorter. Now it fits in perfectly. I could leave this solid, or if I wanted my lid to be lighter, I could cut out the middle. Now I'll attach it to the underside of my lid. Now my lid will fit, but if it's pushed to the side, it won't fall off. The last thing I need is a knob, and I can use one of the cutouts from the legs to create it. At this point, I could add other fine details, but the basic shape of a lantern is there.